This town has a weird rule. Every day before dark, the men ring a bell to tell everyone to go home. Waiters hear the bell and immediately rush customers out, then quickly lock the doors. They even check to make sure the stones by the door are placed correctly. Laura and her daughter are anxiously waiting for her husband at their doorstep, but he's passed out drunk on the bar floor. The bartender sees him and has no choice but to pull the curtains and lock the bar. And yep, he also checks the stones by the door. It's getting late, so Laura sadly closes their door. As her daughter goes upstairs to bed, she hears tapping on the glass. Someone's calling her name. Even though her parents warned her not to go, she misses her grandma too much. Her mom locks the door and gets ready to go upstairs, only to find her daughter standing by the window, curtains pulled open. A white-haired old grandma is standing outside, begging the little girl to let her in, saying it's cold and lonely out there. Her mom frantically tells her daughter not to open the window, but the kind girl opens it anyway. The next morning, Frank comes home, and there are people everywhere at his door. The sheriff walks over and slaps him, blaming him for not boarding up the windows and doors with a kid in the house. Then he drags him upstairs, forcing him to see the horrific scene inside his home. Frank is full of regret, unable to look directly, and collapses to his knees, sobbing, because his wife and daughter are both dead in their home. The sheriff calls the priest to handle the funeral. As he leaves, the priest finds a stone on the ground. In the afternoon, the priest gathers the neighbors for the funeral. Suddenly, an RV appears in town. Everyone stares at the RV in shock. The sheriff tells everyone to leave quietly after the service. He'll handle it. Jim waits until the service is over and goes to the roadside to ask around, but no one pays attention to him. Then the sheriff walks over to greet him. Jim wants to know where the next highway entrance is, because a big tree blocked their way at the intersection, so they had to detour and ended up here. The sheriff tells him to just keep driving straight and he'll understand. Jim feels a bit weird about it, but he has no choice but to drive off. They drive west for 10 minutes, when his wife suddenly realizes they're back in the town.